Yeah.
What's up, Profitable Stylist? Here we go this week. We are continuing the conversation about social media marketing, and today's topic is what what should you be doing versus what actually are you doing. And this is the age old thing. It's like the best analogy that I can give for this is New Year resolution. Every New Year, everybody always says, okay, this is the year. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to be lazy. I'm going to do laundry every week. And for the January and February, it is amazing. Those are your most fantastic months out of the entire year. And then March comes around, the weather starts getting a little bit nice, and all of a sudden, I don't feel like going to the gym this morning. I'll do the laundry tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do this. And lazy creeps back in. And what you are doing versus what you should be doing, all of a sudden there's this huge disconnect.
Is that what happened with you with the 75 easy?
With the seven, no, work got in the way. I
Did you
actually
cancel?
did 89 days to make up for the days I missed on the 75 day. And my hip, my hip is like, now I'm on day 130 and my hip still freaking hurts
You
so
still
bad.
going?
No, I'm just recovering.
You hip hurt from
That,
a
oh
particular
my gosh,
exercise?
man, my hip and my lower back was killing me by the end. But that 75-day hard challenge is no joke, man. I give anybody credit who attempts it. I give anybody credit that completes it. You got to give a shout out to RJ. RJ was on it, man.
You
He
did it.
did not miss
Solid.
one day. He 100%ed it.
Yep. That's
So
crazy.
oh man,
And I
he
know
really was
because
my inspiration.
it took him away from work a little bit. Like he didn't come in as early as usual because he was finishing it up or showering or dragging in the morning. And then he had to
It
leave
was painful, man.
a tiny bit earlier each day just to make sure he got it because it was during the hottest time of the
And,
year down
well, right, and
here.
that was the thing, right? He chose to do it during the summer, and he was telling me like you guys were getting 100 plus degree. It was like 110 something plus degrees the one day. So and then even out here in Chicago,
You
yeah, and that was my biggest struggle was going outside in the sun. I because you had to go like 1 45
one
minute
1 45-minute work outside, yeah.
outside,
And so
and I couldn't do them all at night all the time. I had to go out during the day, some of them, and I had to be out in the sun, and the sun was touching my skin. It was painful.
this guy was touching my skin. So the point of this is being consistent with whatever you do will pay off. And for
RJ.
us, we're going to talk about Facebook, social media. We last week, if you guys want to get a little bit of what would you call it, background of what we're talking about today, go watch last week's video because we talk a little bit more about why Facebook over Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Although we're doing all four right now, but we didn't start off that way. We started off trying to master the one. And when I say the one, it's not the easiest one. I mean, Facebook. It's not just Facebook because then it's Facebook profile, Facebook page. Used to
Mhm.
be a fan page, now a business page, now just a page. And then you've got the groups. And then you've got, I am not even 100% sure if I'm saying the right word here. This is the one I'm not sure about. The short videos. Are they shorts or are they reels? Because I know each platform, you're going to look it up, huh? Each platform calls it something different. So we know that we have to make videos that are a minute or less because Eddie and I work with a team in our office to help us label them, description, what's it called?
They're called reels.
Good. Reels. Okay. So I guess I know on YouTube I think they have both, but they have you gonna look it up?
RJ is just killing me, man. He
What
really
do you
is a
say?
Terminator. No, he's like, no excuses.
Yeah.
He really was a Terminator. He really was Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. He was.
So with YouTube they tried shorts and reels with two different ways of
YouTube
making
is
it happen.
shorts, Facebook is reels. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, so there was two different kinds of short form videos on YouTube at one point, and you barely see the one anymore. But
Oh
then
yeah.
it started off with who had it? Who had the disappearing ones? Like you did a video. It's just for I think it was Instagram. Where
Oh,
you
that was
was it stories maybe?
Was it
short stories,
Instagram?
reels. I think it was Instagram. And so
I think it was yeah.
you've got a lot of situations. I mean, IGTV was one that I did for a minute. And then so you got highlights on Instagram. So there's so many places that can get just so confusing. I say start in one place, and the biggest bang for your buck for a local business is Facebook, just to start. But then on Facebook, we're going to talk about a few little tips, tricks, hacks, whatever. I think in our title today it says something about experts, and I really really get a little scared about that word expert because there's always so much to learn. I have come a long way in the last couple of years, and it's fun passing on the knowledge to Eddie here, which helps reinforce what I know about the social media thing. But I am far from knowing it all. And the very first thing I'm going to say is you probably already have a Facebook profile, you guys out there, and you're a hairdresser or just a business owner if you're just watching this in your local market, and you're trying to sell or get people to know about you. And one of the biggest lies of our society today is that word of mouth is dead. Well, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, says word of mouth is not dead. It's happening right now, right here. Anybody that's seeing this is word of mouth. It's just a new way to spread your word, which is way faster and easier if you take advantage of it. Some of you guys are going to just use this like the old-fashioned lazy TV, and you're just going to watch this for entertainment and get nothing out of it. And that's fine, too, if it eases your brain, takes your mind off of work for the day, and you're just using it to relax or just do some mindless relaxation. But maybe you're trying to use this as education to move forward in your business. And one of the first things to do, and I know we're on YouTube right now, but this will probably get posted to other medias also, and little clips of this will get posted to other medias.
Snapchat used to be the thing that would have the video disappear.
Well, you're right, but that was immediately. But I think Instagram had the 24-hour thing. Like you put a video up.
Well, that they started copying. Yeah, like one thing starts it and then everybody starts jumping in on it.
Right. Right. And Snapchat was kind of started more for I don't know what word to use, but it would kind of lean towards the sexual escapades of privacy.
Adult entertainment.
There you go. And so the disappearing stuff was all about not wanting somebody to know about your messages. And then Instagram picked up this thing where it was their motivation, I believe, was they wanted you to post regularly. And if you just posted a whole bunch real quick and it stayed up, there was no motivation to keep going. Because I did a lot of research in Instagram one time trying to understand it, and it was 24 hours. You'd put a post up, and then it was gone 24 hours later. Facebook, that's kind of how Facebook's is now, too. You don't see it after 24 hours. It doesn't stay up unless you click a button that makes it come up on your personal feed. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Or your notification or something like that. We are experts in word of mouth advertising, though. And this is the reason I'm going to give. We have been in the industry, both of us have been in the industry well into 30 years and over. Okay, I grew up in the industry. You're a little bit older than me, so you got more seniority than I do in it. But both of us have we hustle, and we've been on stage, and we've gotten people to come to our events, and it's been through talking. Yeah, we send advertising out there and stuff like that too. But any hairdresser is an expert in word of mouth advertising, because you go out to the bar, you start talking to somebody about their hair, you bring them back into the salon to become a client. You go to the restaurant, you go to family function, you go to anywhere you go, you're always talking about somebody to bring them in. And that is the expertise of talking to somebody. Now, when it comes to social media, and like you said, it's just a different way of doing word of mouth advertising. It's in the content of what you're putting out, whether it's a post, whether it's a video, it's what you are actually saying. Here's a great example. Your video on TikTok TikTok. One of these days, TikTok has got over 2 million views. And the reason why, right, and we were just talking about this, the video that got over 2 million views is not you doing that haircut. It's talking about that haircut. And it's in the words, it's in the verbal communication. Your voice has that AMSIR, tone to it, and it's
You
just
think?
very. Oh yeah, I could listen to that all day. You
Oh
know,
my God.
but that's what it is. It's the tone of the voice. It's the words that are being used. It's the message that's hitting home, and it's producing that interaction, and that feedback, that positive feedback. And then people just want to know more about it. So they're like, oh, I heard Bernard say this. That was awesome. I'm going to share it to somebody else. Now on social media, I'm going to share it to somebody else. But in reality, it's no different than picking up the phone and being like, hey, Bernard, guess what? You got to go check out this thing that I just heard or I just saw, right?
Right.
It's like, I just saw this movie. Bernard, go to the movie theater this weekend and watch this movie. That's word of mouth. Well, on social media, it's the share. It's all the stupid stuff that everybody begs for all the time, but that is word of mouth. And that's why everybody is begging for all those things, because they want that interaction to happen to get more people to jump in to see it, so everybody can get, more views. And that's the whole game of social media. You are physically seeing the measure of your word of mouth advertising by watching the views and the interactions, is why everybody's asking for it all the time.
That's really good. And what you made me remember something I haven't really shared with you that I've learned and done a little bit more that you need to do now. And it doesn't feel natural. And part of it is our age. Part of it is this thing coming up in our lifetime, and we didn't just grow up with it. Like Carson, my 10-year-old son, he is subscribed to hundreds of YouTube channels because he listens to them. Every time they say like and subscribe, he subscribe. Like, wow, he's just obeys, he just does it. And so what Jude told me on Facebook, he said, I don't remember if this is the exact word, but this kind of hurt it. He's like, don't just be a lurker. Don't just be a voyeur. Don't just be a watcher. Don't just be that. I mean, he didn't use all these words, but this is kind of what I got out of it is, don't just be that sitting back in the dark, watching things happen and not be participating. And it's what you or I naturally do. We'll scroll through Facebook, if we even go there, hit our profile, our notifications, and we'll look at, and you'll see all the stuff the feed, they would call it, that is recommended for us to see. And we might smile, but we don't actually physically interact. Now, if you slow down and watch a video, but you don't like it or comment or share it, Facebook still knows that you stopped for a few seconds. And that's when they will get their notifications that you got so many 3-second views, so many 10-second views, so many 20-second views, because we stopped on it for a few seconds. They know. So Jude says, take it a step further. You need to pay into the platform that you want to pay you back. Go ahead and spend a second and hit that thumbs up button when you're scrolling through on Facebook. And how long does it take you to make a nice little comment? Be the nice guy. Be the face and the name and the positive, nice comment on all your friends' stuff. And then your friends will do the same back to you. And I was like, oh. He said, you're scrolling through and you see something, a friend from high school, and you thought what her or her kid or his kid did was cute. Say it. Say, oh, that's really cute. Or, oh, I love that. Or, oh, my kids do the same thing. Make a sincere comment on that, even if you're the only one. Give that post some love. And then next time you post, that person is going to, first of all, they get the license, the freedom, the courage, the motivation to do what you did, because they don't even know you're looking at their stuff. That friend that you met in Pittsburgh that might now friend requested you and you accepted them and you don't even know who they are anymore, Eddie, but you were on a stage and some hairdresser just thought, oh my God, he's an amazing extensionist. She's watching your stuff, but she's not commenting on anything. And then you see hers because it pops up in your feed because she's looking at you, you're looking at her, but you guys don't even, oh my God, I hit the whole computer again. You don't even You don't even realize you're seeing each other's stuff, but Facebook does, so they keep showing you each other's stuff. But if you take it to the next level and do a little comment like, that's an amazing haircut, good job, girl, look, that color is beautiful, then she will comment something nice on your profile or page or Here's the Bling or wherever she sees you, or right here on YouTube, and they'll pay it back if you pay it first. So that's some of the stuff that when I'm looking at our notifications in the morning, I go through the feed, I take that extra time. Like Jude said, you can scroll through and just be a watcher, and it's fine. He said, but what's it take another second to hit a couple of thumbs up, smiley face, haha face? Just go ahead and do those and show that you actually like some of the interaction with some of these people. That's where most people need to start. I see a lot of hairdressers post a lot of great work on Facebook, and I never really knew the tools of measurement before. I would just see nice work and think, God, some are so much better than others. Then I thought, as I started learning stuff from Jude, the very first measurement that I look at, and it was really because I'm judging myself too. I started judging other people and measuring myself against other people on Facebook as far as, is my stuff actually going anywhere? Because the word of mouth can be enhanced, intensified if you try and know what to do. And what I just talked about is the first thing to do. So I started looking at some people who I thought were better than me maybe on social media because they post so much or such better things. They could have more, not now, but they could have more friends than me at one point. And I would look and they had one comment, two comments, and I had 10 or 12. And Jude said, yeah, you think that she's doing better than you, but look, nobody's commenting on her stuff. Maybe nobody's seeing it because she doesn't interact with them. If she'd interact with those one or two comments, then, as a matter of fact, there was a lady that wanted to market for us one time, and I said, where's your page? And I went to her page, and she had no comments or likes or interaction. She doesn't know social media if she doesn't have any engagement. That interaction and engagement, it doesn't come easy. That's where the consistency comes in. Oh, I messed up a word. That's where the consistency comes in that you talk about. And that's one of the little tricks that Jude said. He said, comment and like a lot of stuff, and then people will on yours. And then, as they do on yours, you have to answer every single comment every single day. That's difficult. But that is how you pay into Facebook so that it pays you back. The first time I went live on my personal profile like a year and a half ago, I just thought, let me just give it a try. And I was like, hey, some of you guys are following me here on the personal profile, but really you're hairdressers I met around the country. You should be following me on one of these business pages I have. But I just wanted to start separating it. And yes, I've been owning a salon, doing hair replacement, hair extensions for many, many years. I'm out from behind the chair now. Do you know, I got 3 clients from that, and a couple of them were existing clients. But I had a hair replacement guy that would buy a $1,200 hair system from us. I hadn't seen him in like 2 years. He moved to another city. He went through a divorce. He got remarried, and he stopped wearing hair. And he was just wore a hat every day. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to a party next weekend. And when I saw you on Facebook, I thought, so that little bravery of mine made me a little over $1,000 because I decided to do a personal profile on my personal Facebook, and Facebook will show lives to more people because it loves videos over pictures. So that was just me being interactive on Facebook. And because I started liking and commenting on people's stuff, it's probably why he saw it. So it paid well. And I wasn't even trying to make money off this post. I was literally trying to just do more on Facebook and separate and tell people where to follow me if they want to follow me personally as a friend of the family, or if they want to follow me as a business person, because I'm trying to not be so salesy on my personal profile and do it in the business page. So just, I don't know, I'm just kind of blabbing a bunch of stuff. What do you get out of that?
No, it's what's important, because it's the journey. And the journey, you might call it blabbing, but you're carrying on. If you think you're blabbing about something, it means you're carrying on because something struck a chord and you got excited. And when you get excited, you just naturally want to keep talking about it. And the more you keep talking about it, the more excited you get. It builds a certain level of energy. That energy is contagious. We don't realize the power of language, the power of words, and why words are important and why words matter, And it could be used for good, it could be used for evil, and all of that stuff all the way around. And politics aside, what we're doing here got nothing to do with politics. We don't care, you know, um, and
About you.
about you or anything for that matter, other than how can you
He
make
means that in the
yourself
best way, guys.
more efficient. I do mean that in the best way. Yeah, that's why words matter, and that's why
We don't care about you.
you need to have a friend like Bernard who can translate what you're saying because you don't know how to speak English properly. You know? But that's what it comes down to. It only at the end of the day, you listening are the only person who's going to take it one of two ways. Well, not technically. You should take it one of three ways. But generally speaking, people take it one of two ways. They either like what they hear or they dislike what they hear. There is a third thing in there. There should be you like what you hear, what you dislike what you hear, or you are provoked by what you hear. And that middle ground should do one of two things. It should sway you either to really investing into looking into it more in a positive way, or it should take you away from what you're hearing to reject it and say, I never want to hear that ever again. I don't like that. And then it puts you back into liking and disliking. That is growth. That is
Yep.
that is 100% how you get better, how you get good. And doing that helps you learn how to, when you get to the next person, when you get to the next thing, that's what helps you get better at speaking.
That's a good point, because even the ballerinas and figure skaters that
God bless America with you.
what? I should have waited till you had a big sip of tea in your mouth.
I was about to go for it too, man. Oh my Lord. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Even when
Yes,
the
even
ballerinas
though.
and the figure skaters make negative comments.
You will be hung up on it for the next month. This is going to
Well,
keep you hung
what
up.
I'm saying is, even when they comment negative stuff on your YouTube, even there was a time when I would have just deleted the comment. And yeah, so I had two guys. I got real emotional and up about it the last few videos, and just like that, one of them even said, "What are you? Why are you so sensitive?" And it's like, is it? God, I'm messing up this. Why? Why not? Is it wrong or bad to be sensitive? I hate that people say, "Why are you being sensitive?" or "Don't be sensitive." Yeah, because I care. That's why.
I can't even.
Take a sip of tea. Go
I
ahead.
quit. I give up. I can't even.
And so, but you know what? I still do, like you said, I do that middle ground. I do actually think. Well, first I think I hate them. They hating me. I hate them. Immediately. I'm like, oh, you're so mean and rude. But then I think, is there any truth? As a matter of fact, one of them made me go back and watch, but he said something, and I thought, I don't think it's true. So I went back, and he said, you're not even giving the client what he asked for. And I'm like, this guy's been coming for quite a while and loves his hair. You know how people talk about RBF face, like you have resting bitch face, or you have this face that doesn't look happy, and people usually know when they have that. Well, this particular model just has a scared look. He's got one person called him a robot. One person said, is he real? One person said, look how scared he is. And I know him personally. It's like a lot of people, most people say
that's his face.
Most people say, that's amazing. I shared this with my barber. What a great haircut. And then you've got the few little haters that, yes, I always go on a tangent and get so sensitive about. But most people loved everything about the video. But the one guy who says you didn't even get the guy what he asked for, I'm like, I don't have time for this. This hour-long video was broken up into 4 15-minute videos, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I thought, for hair replacement, I didn't pull any punches. I showed all the secrets, and I thought, I gotta watch this video. And I watched 15 minutes of video trying to find and you know what? It's probably, I think that was the haircut. So that must have been the 4th video. So I'm thinking, God, I bet you we talked about what he wanted and what I could or couldn't do and deliver in the first or second. I'm not doing it. I'm not watching another 45 minutes of video to find out. I know I have a good relationship with this guy. Why am I letting this figure skater That's what his YouTube video was about, figure skating. Why am I letting this figure skater get to me so much? And he doesn't even know my relationship with this client, but it got me so deep. But I did think maybe I should have said it differently. Because I do like to what's the word? I like to instigate a little, have some fun, aggravate people a little bit when they're friends of mine. And so maybe on video, I'm kind of playing with the audience like y'all are my friends. And maybe I said something like, it was about a fade. I was like something about, yeah, he said he wanted a fade and I told him he couldn't have it. I would never actually be that rude to a client, but it probably went more like, your hair is so low density in this area. I don't think a fade, you're going to look bald if we do a fade on the side. Like, you're going to look like you have no hair. You sure that's what you want? Show me some pictures. He shows me pictures, and his word for fade, it's basically like mine, just a little shorter here and gets a little longer. It fades from shorter to longer, but not an actual fade. So I kind of shortened that conversation, that consultation, said something about he said he wanted a fade. I explained to him, I don't really do a fade with clippers, but maybe this is what, and I don't think I explained it well enough. And so then the guy criticized me for it.
But you also have to consider this. And this is what a lot of the audience doesn't realize.
That I'm not perfect.
No, it's not even about you. The dude who you were doing it for, your client. It's your client. That man is a professional human being. He's not a professional hair model. So he's just sitting on the camera awkwardly because he's never been on camera before. So, and even professional models, when they're on stage, we literally have somebody off stage keeping an eye on the model on stage and then giving us hand signals or whatever the signal is. So then while we are on stage, we're poking them or tapping their head to say, hey, you forgot to smile. You're not smiling. Smile,
Right.
And how long can you sit there and do this? It's hard, so you get bored. You get bored sitting there. Being a model sitting there is the worst job. You're just sitting there. You can't talk. You can't move. You can't do anything. You can't drink. You can't nothing. So it's.
It's funny. I had to edit this out. Our hair replacement training video that we just did with Brittany. The model doesn't have a mic, and it's her first time doing videos, so she doesn't realize. Don't even ask the model questions because it's not going to be heard on the mic, and if it is, it's barely heard and it sounds unprofessional. But she said, "Am I hurting you?" And she was hurting him. And he goes, "Yeah, a little bit." And she goes, "Oh, good, thank you." And I was like, no. I said, so when I'm editing, I show her, and I'm like, "No. You said, am I hurting you?" He said yes, and you said good. And she goes, oh my God, he said no. So I had to edit that part out.
Here's a game. Here's a game you should play. I do this to Carmelina every time we go to a restaurant. I do this all the time. She thinks it's absolutely hysterical. And I want everybody watching this to do this. Turn this into a clip. When you go to the restaurant, when the server comes over, when he or she asks you, how is everything? Is everything tasting good? Or is everything okay? Can I get you anything? Just say, yeah, this is terrible. Thank you so much. And keep eating. But say it like that. Say it in a positive tone of voice, but use the words, yes, this is terrible. Thank you so much. Yes, this food is horrible. Thank you so much.
But the voice inflection and the tone to them, they
say,
hear everything.
Okay, good. All right. I'll come back to check on you again. And then they'll take a couple of steps away. Most of the time they walk clear past. Only a few, like I'll say 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 will turn around and be like, wait, did you just say you don't like it? I'm just like, yeah, this is terrible. Thank you for asking. And I'm still being very positive and looking them straight in the face when I do it too. And they're like, they are so confused, Bernard. They have no idea what to do with that.
Tone and body language means way more than words.
Way more than the words, right? So, and it's always, I learned this from parents. Like, listen to my tone, not to my words. And it's like, when Papa gets up, starts getting up out of the chair, how is he getting out of the chair is either going to mean the difference of you should run out the front door and never come back and just be a hobo for the rest of your life because you done goofed and you're about to get it good. Or, Oh, he's just getting up to get a drink or something, or he's going to go to the bathroom. Like, this is safe.
Right.
For
Right.
all you well-behaved children out there that know what am I talking about.
Right. I always, yeah, I always thought the good kids have no idea what I'm talking about. They didn't go through the experiences of I don't know which is better, the good kid, the bad kid. The experiences are so much
I
more with the bad
this
kid.
this is
So,
the result of success when you are beaten as a child.
so if you have a Facebook profile and you're using it for business at all, your very first goal should be communicate, like, comment, share your friend's stuff so that you can engage communication and friend requests. Like take your best clients, go to their page, look at their friend list and friend requests, 10 to 20 of their friends, and all of your best clients, and start grow. I mean, you have a limit. You can only have 5,000 friends. It sounds like a lot. The average hairdresser out there has, the average person out there has 250 to 350 friends on Facebook. So you can friend request and it stops. Most people don't realize this. It's because they never even get close, so it doesn't matter. If they get 1,000, they think they're famous, but 5,000 is the limit. It should be a goal. Make it a goal. By the end of the year, you could do it by the end of this year, because this is about when I started doing it 1 year, and I was like, oh, I've only got a few weeks left, And so every day I was trying to get and friend requesting people, trying to get hairdressers all across the country. You're going to want potential hair, color, cut, extension clients to be friends with you on your personal profile. So that's your first goal, is to try to get 5,000 friends on your personal profile if you're going to mix it with personal and business. If you're not, and you want your personal life to be separate from your business life, you have to do what Eddie's doing right now. Open a Facebook page, and we'll end up having end a little early today because I'm selling my truck and somebody's coming to do the title work, and I won't be able to help you with your page right after this, but maybe later today. But
Okay.
open a Facebook page, start a page with your name or your business name or your stage name. What was yours? The Zohan?
Don't mess with the Zohan.
Don't mess with the Zohan. And so Eddie's Facebook page is going to be the Silky Smooth expert.
Yeah.
Something like that. So you can come up with if you're known with a nickname or a business name, use that. If you just want to be like Guy Tang, he's just Guy Tang, the Facebook page. He's got a page because his 5,000 profile friends ran out quick because he's famous, like most celebrities. And so then you go to the page, and it's more like a website, and then it's endless how many friends you can have. But the secret of opening the page is that if you decide that's where you can and go viral with videos or pictures that you post, that's where you can pay for marketing. You can boost a post. You can pay to get more people to see a post. So the page has the power of being big if you want it to be, with no limitations. And then there's the Facebook group that we're not going to go in today, because if you don't have a Facebook page, the group is a lot. It's a lot to do it all. To start with, getting a Facebook page if you need one. But if you don't mind your friends and your business all being in one, grow your profile for now, and maybe you do both, a page and a profile. Your business for the page and your profile for the profile, mixed with business.
That's the biggest thing that I learned. What most people are doing is they're just using their personal profile, and they're trying to do everything on their personal profile. What you should be doing is keep, like you just said, your personal life, what you decide to share on your personal life should be on your personal profile, on your profile.
Yep.
Your page is what you should be advertising with, and using that to promote whatever you have coming up or whatever your business is. And if you crisscross them, they should be ever so slightly. And
you thought a page had to be like, here's the bling, on-stage extension,
I thought it had to be like a full-on website or something, or like your proper
you didn't know
business.
A page should just be you personally as a
Me
page.
personally should have a page. So this is a
And
good
that's where
example.
It was originally called a fan page.
A fan
because
page.
people were maxing out their personal profiles. They were like, oh my God, there's a lot of power in this new word of mouth advertising through social media. my business needs to be on Facebook. So they just would start like our tanning business. We bought a tanning business from some lady who had a lot of friends locally, which was perfect. So it was Image Sun Tanning had its own personal profile because it had it before pages existed. Then when Facebook started fan pages, then they turned fan pages into business pages or just plain old pages. And they would send us notifications. You need to click this button and turn your business is not a real person. We can tell. You need to click this button and turn it into a page. And we'll make it go from a profile to a page. If you don't do it by a certain date, we're just going to do it for you, kind of thing. They made you get rid of because they wanted humans as profiles and businesses as pages.
As pages. So the example that I learned from you, I am about to learn a brand new technology, a brand new technique in treatments for hair. So now on my page, I'm going to announce new product launching in what month? November, in the next 2 weeks. On my profile, I'm going to say, hey, I'm learning a new technique. I'm so excited to learn something new. How cool is this going to be? Who's learned something new lately?
Explain the difference between those two posts.
So I'm still announcing that I have something new, but on my page, I'm calling out that there's a new technique that I'm going to be learning, and I'm going to be teaching this new technique.
And you could talk about the money, the pricing, the scheduling.
And I can do all of that. And that's why I'm saying specifically in November, in the next 2 weeks, I have this new technique that I'm launching. Whatever the second Monday is of November. Here, I'll do it right now, actually.
It doesn't matter.
In real time. So Monday the 13th of November, I'm going to be holding my first program. My first launch date is going to be this new technique in hair treatment, which is a brand new technology. Come to Chicago, come to Hair's the Bling, HTB Beauty, and learn this technique from me. So that's on my profile. On my page.
It sounds more salesy and marketing, and that's what the page is for.
That's what the page is for. Now on my profile, all I'm going to say is, hey, in 2 weeks, I just learned I'm about to learn a new technique. I'm so excited. This is so cool. I love doing hair treatments. Or treatments are so fun, or it changes people's lives, or just something more personable that's not pushy. I'm just announcing something that's exciting.
Yep, the page is more about your pocketbook, and the profile is more about your feelings.
So that's a good example. That's a good example.
Yep, that's a good example.
All right, go sell your truck.
So then, go sell my truck. Good,
go
thank you.
Your truck.
That was a good ending. So you know what's cool about this? The viral videos on all the platforms, none of the hair is cut yet. So this is sort of like a little peek into the future, what's coming, because I got 10 videos, and the first 3 are just talking and combing and showing what could happen. I think in the 4th video that might drop, like maybe today or Monday, will be the first long layered cut where it's just cut a little bit of layers right here, and then I go more and then more. So it starts to get more and more through the series of the 10 videos. I sat right here in this room and taught all my stylists and did 2 or 3 long videos, and then chopped it up, and no clue it would go that viral. But apparently my staff was so happy. My salon coordinator said, I don't even cut hair, and now I understand layers. This is cool. And I think that's why it's going viral, because a lot of the very first comment was, am I a hairdresser? No, but this is a cool way to show layers being cut, or something like that. So it was really cool, because the very first comment was a lot like my salon coordinator's comment, that this is just cool. You're right. I got to run, Eddie. Close us down. Thank you guys for watching. We beg that you subscribe and like.
You do that. You do that part. I'm just going to ask for the comments. Give us a comment. Let us know what you guys think. I always love interacting. I actually do love interacting with everybody in the comments section. That's my thing. Bernard, your thing is he hung up. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll catch